Welcome, everybody. Chapter 1, starting Chapter 1, the book Into It. And the Chapter 1 is called The Puzzle. Let me show you real quick. That's the picture. Okay. Now, like I said, you can paint a picture like that. Let me get this right. You can paint a picture for me, for us, for this book. If you would like, or you know of a picture that would work as good. Anyway, the first chapter is called The Puzzle, and I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you. Our first conscious memory until this moment is something we similarly refer to as let me try it again. Our first conscious memory until this moment is something we similarly refer to as our life. We've grown to know and learn as the moments have filtered into our memory moment by moment, day by day, year by year, when this thing we call life started, and that at some point in the future, the life we call ours will end. This end of life we commonly refer to as death. As we journey through the decades, we begin to realize that there are different ways of looking at this thing we call life. And there are many diverse means of coping and managing day-to-day living, as well as orchestrating the big picture. We also grow to appreciate that people who utilize similar strategies for daily life maintenance seem to gravitate to each other in both business and personal relationships. A little sip of coffee. Some of us are born asking questions about the puzzle. From early youth, we seek answers to questions about life and the meaning of it, while others are happy to live it to the fullest, accepting that life is a puzzle and that many humans before us have spent time figuring it out. We may not see our part in the puzzle, even though everyone has a piece and everyone plays a part, regardless of our belief about what the puzzle of life is or what the truth about it means. The intention I hold as the writer of this book you're reading is this. It is my desire to share with you the thoughts and experiences that I have received in this existence I call my life, and the pieces I have turned over throughout that time and linked together. It is not my intention to persuade, change, shift, or alter your present perception or belief about the puzzle of life. I do not personally hold any secrets or answers or pieces to this puzzle that you do not hold yourself. There is no misery or suffering that I have endured greater than you. The mystery in unlocking, keys included, is for us to seek and find together and as individuals, cohesive with Spirit, the universe, God. This writing is but a prayer and a candle for the entire human race. One huge angle to the puzzle that has become apparent over time has been religion. Faith, spirituality, belief, and the practice of those things religiously throughout history has been an intriguing adventure for all of us, regardless of whether we participate knowingly. Observing the ways of sharing faith and the extensive efforts made to keep religious practice of that faith to hold its lasting through the test of time. Seeing the world through the eyes of all faiths expressed as science or other systems that might not be perceived as pieces of the puzzle, and having strength to look at all pieces with a mind that has no alternative but to open. Venturing into the unexplained realms of the puzzle, where years and lifetimes were spent searching for the answers to these pieces of the puzzle, only to be lost, banished, or burned. Cultures and societies vanished in history when the intended message was proclaimed to be dissolved, as the statues and/or books were shattered and burned. Who built the pyramids? Who wrote scripture? Why do we have so much illness and so few cures when we are apparently an advanced civilization? How can we learn to live on how could we live on such an amazingly abundant planet and have starving humans? Why does the child in Africa glow with a beautiful smile more than the billionaire? I got a picture here. I love that picture. Yeah, if you have a picture like that one. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Okay. Science and education have been two avenues of thought that are accepted by humans to cohesively answer some of these questions. We trust that the individuals who have been inspired through life held integrity in their hearts as they put the pieces together, and to do so correctly, honestly, and adequately test and retest these answers over time. We trust our forefathers to have held their grandchildren's highest good in their hearts and intentions while spending lifelong aspirations piecing their life into the puzzle. We trust those individuals to share what they learned through life with strong morals, knowing that we're all neighbors in this puzzle that we call life. Everyone's worked a jigsaw puzzle, most likely. First, we turn all the pieces over and get the edge together. Once the entire borderline is done, we can begin inventory of the details, placing each piece in small sections of similarity. Some piles may be obviously more difficult and intricate. Others are beautiful, exciting, and fun, with much that is boring and tedious. Similar colors, like sky and water, portions of the puzzle are usually the least chosen when puzzling a landscape scene. We can use different eyes as we search for linking pieces. Some may look for matching color or lining up the big picture. Others may search for the shapes of individual pieces, linking holes, lumps, or lines. The puzzle we've been working on all of our lives is multidimensional. It's a puzzle that's not 2D, lying flat, or not 3D, able to hold, but multi-D, with more depth and height and volume, more angles and numbers, dark corners, bolts of exuberance, sparkling brilliance, and colors that we have yet to define. This puzzle we've been working on is as intensely imaginative and creative as you could consider. As you look at your life reading this book, knowing that you are a piece to this amazing puzzle that we're putting together. You are one piece, and each human is only one piece. But if you've ever put a puzzle together, the whole thing becomes somehow worthless if there's one missing piece. Every piece in the puzzle counts, and there's no piece worth more or more valuable except the missing piece, the stranger. We then realize that we are all neighbors in it. And we welcome the stranger because it might just be the missing piece. Here's the picture. I love this picture. You've all seen that. So if you can come up with a creative way to say just that, or something that is equally as dynamic, yeah, send me your link, send me your artwork. Okay, that was chapter 1, and I will get on it and get chapter 2 for you as soon as I can. Love you guys.